Good.
Hello, this is Allison from Skill. How are you doing today?
Not good. Like I said before, I only have 20 days to move out of my house and I need help.
I'm sorry you're having such difficulty. I made sure to have a private conversation with my supervisor. In the conversation, we came up with a couple of options that hopefully you'll be able to choose one for a temporary housing option.
That's great. Tell me them.
So, with taking your allergies into account, have you ever considered using air filters?
What are air filters?
Air filters clean out bad air and make it clean again so that they hopefully don't irritate your allergies.
Oh no, I don't want that.
Are you sure? I think it'd be a really good option.
Yeah, I am sure. It's because I had an attack from my daughter's additive in her laundry. When I got home, my throat was closing up, even from taking my allergy medicine twice. It was awful.
Oh, that's not good at all. I can't imagine how that made you feel for the next couple of days. But as another temporary option, have you ever thought about a women's shelter? I could provide numbers for women's or even homeless shelters in your area.
No, I don't want that either, since even somebody cooking can set off an allergic reaction.
Well, with that, the only option I have left that I could offer would be maybe you attaining your own motel in the meantime.
Actually, I would like a motel. It could be like my own personal little lodging area. I would honestly love it. Can you do that for me?
While we're on the topic of this, I would like to make you aware that with your current low income, I don't think there's going to be many housing options, especially with temporary, and even maybe obtaining a hotel could be difficult for you.
Well, I need my space, especially with my allergies.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine how frustrating that is. Like I said, I'm going to try, but I can't guarantee anything, especially with your situation.
Well, I don't have long until I have to move out of my house. I mean, I do have people coming to help me, but I end up having to reorganize what they do because they do it wrong.
That's very frustrating. It's like having to take two steps back and taking instead of taking two steps forward.
Exactly. I am in touch with the Women's Center, and I have storage with them until June. But it's just hard packing along with transporting my stuff back and forth, you know?
Wow, the Women's Center, that's new, and that's really good news. I'm super glad that you were able to obtain that by yourself.
Yeah, I got back on emergency housing list with Champ, and I was actually told that the Mattapoisett Housing Authority might have space for me. You should look that up.
Oh, the Mattapoisett. Actually, yeah, give me a second. That's a really good property. I'm looking at it right now. It's really spacious.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually going to call them today, and then I have to actually talk to my doctor to have them send over the necessary disability paperwork, which I've been trying to get them to send for me for a while now. I'm really aggravated, so I don't really know what to do after.
With doctors, it's really frustrating because of the waiting game we have to play sometimes. But while we're on the topic of these permanent housing options, why don't I continue to check to see if we can find those potential options in case that one falls through?
That would be great, especially for right now. I mean, I'm so stressed and I need help. I also need help with a lawyer.
Like I said in previous meetings, our services do not include legal services.
Well, I was told I was a conflict of interest, and I also think there's a huge issue with bias, as I have been told I was wrong about my divorce case, and I don't believe that.
Like I said, I wish I could do more to help you in that area, but that's not within our services. I'm going to see if I can find any more temporary options and permanent housing options that fit within your income level, and I'm going to speak with my supervisor again for this as well.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate your help.
Yeah, of course. So at the end of our meeting, I'm going to have a meeting with my supervisor after hours, so you should be hearing from me either later today or on Wednesday.
Okay, thank you. I'll be waiting. Good afternoon, Sarah. How have you been feeling about our last conversation on returning to work?
Hi. Honestly, it's been a lot on my mind. I know I need to get back to work, but the thought still makes me anxious.
That's completely understandable, Sarah. It's a big step, especially after the time off you've had. With a particular part about returning to work, what makes you the most anxious?
Well, I think it's the pressure, the routine. I haven't had to adhere to that kind of structure in a long time. Plus, I'm not sure how well I can handle the stress anymore.
Wow, it sounds like finding a work environment that offers flexibility and understanding could be key for you. Have you considered looking for roles that are known for a supportive work culture, or maybe even starting a part-time hour job instead of going on to full-time?
Yes, part-time might be a good thing to start with. I haven't really considered that seriously because I was worried about finances, but maybe it's the best way to ease back into things.
Yeah, that sounds like a really balanced approach. Also, there are often options for roles that can eventually transition into full-time positions once you feel more comfortable. Shall we explore some industries or companies that offer such flexibility?
That would be really helpful. I actually used to work in customer service, but I'm not sure I can handle the constant interaction right now. Maybe something quieter would be better.
Absolutely, let's consider that. Perhaps data entry, administrative roles, or even remote tech support, where you can manage interactions more on your terms and potentially work from home.
Remote work sounds great. It can help me manage my anxiety better without having to worry about commuting or even a crowded office.
Great choice, Sarah. Let's update your resume to highlight skills relevant to these roles. Have you used any specific software or tools during your previous jobs that might be relevant?
Yes, actually, I've used Microsoft Office a lot, and I've had experience with Salesforce at my last job.
Perfect. Those are very applicable. We'll focus on those skills and also emphasize your ability to manage projects independently, which is a great strength for remote work.
Sounds great. What should I say about the gap in my employment? What should I say about it, actually? I worry that it'll put off employers.
Don't worry about that. Many people have gaps in their employment, especially recently. We can frame it as a period of professional development and personal growth. Perhaps more mention any courses you took or how you improved your skills during this period.
I actually took an online course in data management, and I've read a lot about communication and personal efficiency.
That's excellent, Sarah. It shows your commitment to personal and professional growth. Employers will see that you've been proactive.
I hope so. I'm just really nervous about interviews.
That's perfectly normal. How about we do some mock interviews? We can practice common questions and I can give you feedback to help you build confidence.
That would be really helpful. I always get nervous and forget what to say.
We'll practice until you feel more comfortable. Remember, it's not just about them finding the right fit for the job, it's also about you finding a work environment where you feel you can thrive.
Thanks. That makes me feel a bit better about it.
I'm really glad to hear that. How about we meet next week to start working on your resume and do some role playing for interviews? How does Friday sound?
Yes, let's do it. What should I prepare?
So you should think about your strengths and any challenges you've overcome in previous notes or roles. Also, if you can bring along any records of projects you've managed or led, it'll be useful for building your case to potential employers.
Will do. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
It's my pleasure, Sarah. We're in this together. I'll see you next week. Take care until then.
Thanks. See you next week.
Of course.